gents, welcome back to the channel. Today is Bart's day. My old boy has been at me to put in his freshly rebuilt Turbo 400. He got some tighter gear ratios, so I will be hauling this one out and placing it with this one over here. Again, this thing has the reverse manual valve body in here. The only difference between this transmission and the one that's in the car is tighter gear ratios, everything else being pretty much identical. So today I'm going to put the work in Bart, get this transmission out, get that new one in there, and see if we can't get arrested a little later on today. Yeah, alright, let me start draining the fluid in this thing and get started. Alright, here we got it draining down. Nice red tranny fluid. Got this car up on jack stands, and I also keep the jack under the front frame just in case anything ever happens. I've heard a lot of guys getting pinned under these cars and outcomes not working out in their best interest, so I'm not trying to be a statistic. So let me carry on and continue to take things off of this. I'm going to start by draining all the fluids. I got to drain I have two AN fittings that are sitting at the side, at this side of the transmission that goes to an oil cooler that I have in the front. So I'll take those off. That's an 11/16, and I can get all the lines off this engine. I don't know if I can catch this or not, but I ran the lines for the transmission and looped it across the back of the cross member, and then it comes running on the side of the transmission to keep it away from the exhaust. I used to have it traveling through that opening that you see there in the frame, in between the downpipe and the floor, with some heat protectant on it. Realize that's not a good idea, so I've run it this way, all up over here. It's away from the exhaust, it's on top of the cross member, and then comes looping back into the transmission over here. So let me get these lines off and drain this as well. Alright, now that those two lines are off the side, it's time to take this bracket off, and then I can start getting at the torque converter bolts, the three of them that are there. So let me just zip this off and get those bolts off the torque converter and keep it moving. Okay, I got a question for you, man.
Yeah?
Did you just like crank the heat and bounce?
Huh?
What is this, like hot yoga under here?
What are you talking about?
Dude, you gotta cool it with the heat, man. I'm dying under this car, man.
Oh, okay. Wouldn't know what you're talking about.
Holy crap, I am sweating like a pig under here.
Relax. Turn it on. Turn it down. Put it at 55.
Turn it off for the time being. Alright, now it's time to take off this drive shaft. Got four 7/16 or 11 millimeter bolts. Zip this out. Alright, now it's time to zip off the 6 bolts on the top of the bell housing. 9/16. Alright, and the last bolt is a 5/8 at the back of the tranny. And then we can drop this thing out. Let's go. Now it's time to take this out. Alright, Pops, come bring that jack in. Everything is disconnected over here. Pass me that piece of wood. All right, jack her up. All right, stop. Ew, crap under here. Okay, bring it down slowly. Stop. Whoa, not so fast, man.
I'm trying to do it slow and the damn thing just...
Okay, go ahead. What's that?
It's touchy.
Okay, go ahead. Jump scare. Box side.
What?
Huh?
What you saying about the side? What's happening?
I'm burning up under here, man.
Oh.
Let me get this dipstick out of it. Ross, that is in there, boy. Raw tid. No. All right, slide her out. Actually, you can just take the jack out. Pull the jack out. This thing's gonna come on the... I'm gonna transfer it to the ground, so just pull the jack out. You're gonna hear some noise. That's me. Go ahead. All right, pull it. And just like that, she is out. What's my name, damn it? All right, now that this is out, I gotta take the bracket for the shifter linkage off. I gotta take the HR mount that I have at the back of the transmission off. And I also gotta take off these lines, or fittings, sorry, for those AN fittings for my remote oil cooler, and put it onto this one. So let me get that going so we can get ready to stuff this one in. All right, that tranny stripped. This one's loaded up. Fittings are on the side. Got the tranny mount on the back. And the shifter linkage right there, the bracket for the shifter. So let's slide this converter on it. What I have here is a PTC converter, and I'm gonna slap that on this one and get it in the car. All right, Pop, start jacking it up.
Push the wood under there properly.
Yeah, it's under. Whoa, stop. I should put this dipstick tube on there, so I'm not fighting with that later. That's over on the front of the... Can you pass that from the front of the car?
Yep.
There we go.
Might actually be harder to put it up there because of it.
No, it should be all right. Okay, go ahead. Jack it up.
Keep an eye open.
Wait, slow down. Go ahead. Wait. Go ahead. Wait. God damn, this thing's getting heavy. Okay, go ahead. Hold on, stop.
Okay.
There we go. There we go. Don't move anything. We're good. Let me just throw a couple bolts in it. Right back. All right, all the bolts are in on the bell housing. Got to put in these two lines back at the side of the transmission. And now tighten up the torque converter bolts. 1 minute. All right, the lines are on for the remote oil cooler. And I gotta put this back on over here. And the drive shaft have to go back in. And that's it on the bottom. Tightened up that 15 mil. Converters tightened up, bell housings tightened up. Torque converters tightened up. We're good. There you go. The drive shaft is in. We are all good. Got good engagement inside the transmission. Linkage and bracket is on. The pin is put in the hole. Torque converter's good. Speedo cable is hooked in, tightened up. Lines on the side for the oil cooler or tranny cooler. That's tightened up. This bolt is tightened up. The bolts on the HR mount is tightened up. Let's stuff some fluid in this thing and fire it up. We're done. All right. Tranny's in. Fluid is in. Let me get this old man to come out here and fire this car up. We're good to go. All right, buddy, fire in the hole. That's a good sign. this is going to take a minute. I'm going to wait till this thing warms up. We'll start cracking the throttle and putting it into gear. I'll be right back. Let's take this pipe off. All right, Dad, pull it out. Right there.
A few moments later.
Alright boys, I'm going to wrap this one up. Another successful day at Shady Tree Mechanic. Oh man, does this ever feel good. Man, that tranny shift's really good. Wow, this thing flies, man. Uh-oh. That can't be good. Wasn't me.